All right, I've got them cured. Let's flip them over so we can see what they look like. Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today I have got these bracelets that I'm going to make. I made some necklaces a little while back. I sold them, and then she gave me an order to do some bracelets to go along with it. And since I didn't have any bezels for bracelets, I decided to go ahead and use the bezels I had, but I've taken and I've cut down. I took my wire cutters and clipped off the hoop that I had on them, the loop that was on them, and I sanded it down a little bit so that it would be flat. And we're going to apply it in a different way, and I'll show you how I apply it. Okay, I folded over the edges. Now, I know some of you have said to get popsicle sticks and put them down, but unfortunately, I don't have any wood popsicle sticks right now, so I'm just going to make sure I fold over the edge and be really careful where I touch. I've already pushed all these down really good. I've already pushed them down really good onto the tape and brandished the back with this tool here. I just went over it like that on the back side real good, so it should not leak. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pour our first layer of our UV resin, which is the high gloss UV resin from Diction. I'm just going to put a little layer down. When you make these necklaces or bracelets, you need to do them in layers. With UV resin, you always want to work with layers. I'm just using some packing tape that I have that I've had for a while now. It seems to work. Yes, sometimes it has some adhesive on the back, but I can work with that. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise because I got something I work with them. I make it into sticky stuff to hold the flakes on. Seems to work better. I'm just going around the edges to make sure that it's all the way to the edges. And I'm going to get my little lighter out to pop those bubbles. I just have a long neck lighter that I work with. It's a little cold in here, so with it being cold, I wanted to heat it up some. I'm going to go ahead and put this under the light to cure, and I will be right back. All right, let's go ahead and put a little bit more of the UV resin down. Anytime you're working with UV resin, make sure you're not working in front of a window, because if you are, it will cure real fast on you. So what I just put up something so that it's a cloth between me and the outside, between me and the window, so the sun doesn't come in as well. Let's see, make these neat, pretty. I'd already picked out my cogs. That's much better. Well, no, this side looks better. Not much difference, but. And I always put cogs or whatever I'm working with in sets of an uneven set. That way it looks better, goes better. Make sure I get all that underneath it so it'll cure. These will mostly match up the other with the pendants I did. I'll try to remember to put them up at the end screen and so you can watch that video. Let that set for a minute. Get my little lighter out to make sure there's no bubbles. Okay, let's cure this up. All right, all I have to do now is put a top coat on it. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to leave them on my little shelf here. Yeah, you can see it. And just top coat it real quick. Well, those are nice and pretty top coated. I'm going to go ahead and take them off the paper. And leaving the sticker on there is just fine with me, the sticky part, because I'm going to be using it. A lot of times you want to take that stickiness off of it, but nah, I don't want to today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that stickiness to adhere the chameleon flakes, the brown and yellow from Let's Resin. Oop, I didn't mean for it to fall. Okay. I'm just using tweezers to put it on because it's much easier. I know I've done virtually the same thing in video with the steampunk necklaces, but this is matching them, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And just brandish it in. Sorry if sometimes I misspell or mispronounce words. Some words fail me sometimes, as you can see. But that's okay. Life goes on. Nobody's perfect. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to mix up some UV resin so that I can mix it into some black. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's go ahead and mix some of this black UV resin up. I'm using my Diction. That should be good. Now, don't make it too opaque, because if you do, you're not going to be able to cure it. So I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Stir that up real good. Whenever you're mixing the mica powder in resin of any sort, make sure you stir it really good so that you won't have any powder bombs in it to go to the bottom. Let me get a little bit more, because powder bombs will fall. They look awful. So just be careful and stir it up really good. Okay, yep, that looks good. If it don't fall over. Putting the cap on because I know me and how I spill things. Okay, now before I put this on, I'm going to put a little bit. See these right here? These are how I'm going to make bracelets out of them. They're just simple little bezels that are clear. They've got circles on them. And all you have to do is cure them up a little bit. So I'm going to put some on here. And you just put them where you want them. And since they're clear, the UV will clear or will cure right through it. So be nice and thick. Make sure they're where you want it, because once they're done, they're done. There we go. I'm using the UV as glue, basically. Now I'm curing this. I'm going to get this out of the way because I don't want that black to be cured. Okay. Let's push them under here, and I'll adjust them and be right back to you. I've got those on. We'll just leave them on the edge here. I've stirred up my UV resin really good. And it's not really that thick, or it's a little bit, I'll show you. It's not opaque. Just looks that way in there. Just cover the back completely. So I want to make sure that they're on for sure. Want to feel comfortable on the wrist as well. So no sharp edges. Let go. Thank you. I try not to make the mistake of putting the UV resin I'm working with next to this thing here, because it will cure it. I'll be back when this is ready. All right, I've got them cured. Let's flip them over so we can see what they look like. Those look amazing. Look at that. Love that backing. It's got so much depth to it. All right, now I'm going to turn them into bracelets. Now, I bought these off of, what was it? Amazon. I bought them off of Amazon. I'll go ahead and link them in the link. I'll link them in below in the description. They're just bracelet blanks, basically. And all you do is, they have jump rings right here. You just find where they have the split, which is right there. Go beside it, turn it. Well, and then squeeze it shut. There's one side. Grab the other end. Do the same thing. And there we go. One bracelet. Now, all you have to do is open that up, slide that on. You can hold one with that hand and one with that hand and pull. And there you go. Well, my wrists are little, so be with it what you may. But my wrists are very small, very tiny. So there we go. I will finish these up and I will get pictures of them for you, and I'll have it up for you to see. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pour as much as I did. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And if you found any value out of my channel and you want to buy me a coffee, here's the link. Until next time, keep creating and keep pouring. Bye for now.